G'day guys, and welcome back to another video. This is a short trip I did a couple of weeks ago, just a overnighter. Had a mate who had a bit of time off work and I had a bit of spare time, so we decided to head up the Victorian high country and see what we could find. This was a particularly exciting trip for me, as I had just had my 2-inch lift installed, and I also have a new larger set of tyres also on the car as well, so the results are a lot more clearance under the vehicle, better approach and departure angles obviously too, but very happy with the results. It means I can go a bit more aggressively off-road without worrying about damaging the car as much, but as you see here, it's got some pretty decent clearance. Anyway, I'll let you guys watch the video, hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Cheers.
Nice.
Three-wheel action for the boys. That's with traction control on. Not bad.
So this is where the beast ended up. I'm going to have a look at the rest of this track. It doesn't look very steep on camera, but it is probably the steepest track I've ever driven up in my Subi. And this is what I just drove up, and it might not look that steep on camera, but I think it's pretty close to about 45 degrees. It's very hard to walk up. For perspective, there's a Forester down there, old mate Joey, and this is where we've just come up. You can see how hard it is to walk up. Not that easy. He's an experienced mountaineer making it look easy, but that's where we're going to try and go next. We're just going to walk it quickly, make sure it doesn't get too deathly.
Oh, I didn't think you'd get up that. It's literally about 45 degrees without exaggeration. I know it sounds like I am, but we think we've found a turnaround spot at the top of this, if you can get up the rest of these steps. One's a steep one, eh? Oh, three-wheeling again, just a tricycle. Sticking as close to that side as possible for this next little descent. Pretty bloody steep, this next one.
That's real steep, eh?
Yeah, this next bit, that one was pretty good. You look at this. Oh yeah. That's how steep it is.
Might have to go down with a bit of momentum, hey?
Bit of perspective on that.
Might just move these big rocks just in case.
That's pretty steep. Oof. Look at that car. Your beauty.
Alright.
Talk me through it, Mont.
Just get a quick photo for the gram, mate.
Look at that fella.
Pretty shit photo, that one.
Yeah, it's good from a Sony, mate. So talk me through it, Mont. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try and go down here without fucking it up.
Perfect. I like it.
I'm probably going to stick to the right a bit. I want to go pretty much straight down though because it's so steep. I don't really want to go on an angle. But as I get towards the bottom, I'll steer off to the left a bit. Give it a crack, eh?
That is, how you say, very steep. Gosh. A little bit of a drop off, mate.
That's a little steep out down there.
It'll clench the sphincter.
Heart rate going.
Check out that clearance. Look at that clearance. Oh, beauty. Ah, yes. The old saggy butt of the SJ.
Okay guys, so this was the next morning. We had a pretty late night. We got in after challenging ourselves on some pretty steep rutted tracks, and it was a bit of fun. Unfortunately I didn't film any of it, but we had a few places planned to camp, and when we got there was people there. We pushed on to another place, the same thing happened again, so we just decided to go for this hut, which was actually a pretty awesome place to stay. There was a little potbelly stove, so it was very warm and it was pretty nice. But it was pretty high up, so it got very cold. You can see here it was 1,316 meters of elevation, so we were up above the snow line. I don't know what temperature got down to, but I think there was a little bit of ice on our cars in the morning. But it's an awesome place to stay. I'd definitely recommend it for sure.
There's Mount Buller over in the distance. You can see a bit of snow there. A little bit of digital zoom. Doesn't look good, but look at that snow. Bloody ripper. And there she is, mate. The sun. New start to another day.